Hi guys, welcome. It's Richard here, and coming up in just a few seconds is one of 12 videos that I've done, and the whole series just addresses the most common, basic, most fundamental, most important questions that guys have about relationship success. Now, if you've come here via my website, then you will already have links to the whole 12 videos. However, if you're watching this on a standalone basis, such as on YouTube or somewhere similar, then you may not have access to all the videos and you may not know anything about me. Now, if that's the case, what I would like you to do is just go to my website, which is www.niceguyswithedge.com. That's www.niceguyswithedge.com, and you'll find a link there which will show you how to get access to this whole series plus more. Before I wind up, just one small thing. I'd like you to be aware that these are very important questions. These are brief answers. The reality is that each one of these questions could be expanded into hours and hours of teaching and coaching and everything. So what I want to do in this the brief time that I have to do these videos is give you some insights that you probably don't have, give you some hope and give you some encouragement that whatever your challenges are in the arena of relationship success, there's a way forward. So if you just get that out of these videos, you'll be doing very, very well. And if you wish to follow up, then, like I said, go to my website, www.niceguyswithedge.com, and there's some opportunities there to just go as far as you want in terms of this very important area of your life. So welcome. Let's move on now to our question. Welcome to question 1, which is, what do I do if I'm shy, anxious, insecure and awkward around girls I like, such that I routinely fail to approach them successfully and develop rapport with them? This is an unfortunately common question, and there are a number of aspects about it that I'd like to address briefly. The first one is this, and while it won't necessarily give you a lot of comfort, the reality is you're not alone. Around 85%, maybe even more, of all guys suffer from uncomfortable experiences of this type, feelings of anxiety, awkwardness, confusion. For a lot of guys, it can be debilitating to the point where they just don't do anything. Okay, so the next thing that I'd really like to emphasize here is it's not your fault. Once you've been in this area for a while, you'll understand very, very clearly that out there in the modern world, the elements that guys need in order to get up to speed in this area and become confident and competent just don't exist on a society-wide basis. They're not in businesses, they're not in colleges or universities, they're not in schools, it's not in churches. There's nowhere readily available to go for guys to actually get the information, the insights, the mentoring, whatever. It's just not out there on a society-wide basis. So just realize that. It's not your fault. However, it is your responsibility to fix it. And therefore, well, what do we need to say about that? Well, in the brief time that I have here, I'd like you just to grasp some very, very important things. Most guys think that it's the experience of seeing that attractive girl that you'd like to have a relationship with that causes the feelings of anxiety and insecurity to really mess with what you're trying to achieve. And while it indeed does seem like that, that's not the case. We need a deeper understanding of that. What's going on is like this. The experience of seeing that attractive female is just a trigger. And that's a trigger for some circuits in here, some mental and emotional circuits in your mind that have actually been there for a long time. And that's what's giving rise to these awkward and sometimes highly debilitating feelings. So you just need to really grasp onto this. The critical factors are not out there. It's not the circumstance of seeing that attractive girl. She's just the trigger. The reality is that what's going on in here is where we need to really focus our attention and get fixed. So, and finally, fixing that is not rocket science, okay? We're not going to go into any woo-woo stuff. There are some very, very straightforward, very easy to understand, very practical routines that you can get into which address what goes on in here so that what manifests can change radically from debilitating feelings of anxiety and insecurity into complete confidence and fearlessness. Okay, now that is absolutely achievable for every guy who really wants to do it. Now, don't let me give you the impression it's all easy. It is easy to understand, get your head around. It's not always easy to do because you have to be willing to go out there and work on the edge of your comfort zone on a regular basis. And that's just a rule of the universe. Growth requires struggle, and it's the way it is. So as long as you're prepared to deal with that reality, you have a fantastic chance. Well, it's not a chance, it's basically a certainty if you're prepared to focus and do what's required. So I'd like to leave you with that, okay? This is not because it's the way you are, no. It's because you haven't been exposed to the things that you need in order to get things going properly on the inside, first of all, and then on the outside, and so that you can be confident and successful. But it is fixable, and if you're motivated, if you're willing to work, you're there, okay? You just need to make the decision, you need to do the work. It's achievable. Thank you so much for listening.